Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Now, recently a Sunni Muslim brother has raised an allegation against the Ahmad Baig prophecy of Hazrat Mirza Ghulam Ahmad alayhi salam, the promised Messiah. This is not a new allegation, it's been raised before, and Jamaat Ahmadiyyat has replied to it on numerous occasions. And in fact, people with an open mind and who are looking for the truth actually attest to the truthfulness of this prophecy. In fact, the family who were concerned in this prophecy in the end accepted Islam Ahmadiyyat. So there's a detailed historical background to this prophecy, and we're not going to go too much into that, but it is essential to understand. So to cut a long story short, the promised Messiah ﷺ had a side of his family who were basically ardent atheists. They mocked the Holy Prophet ﷺ, they mocked Islam, and they said to Hazrat Mirza Ghulam Ahmad ﷺ, "Give us a sign that God exists or Islam is true." So he prayed, and Allah gave him a prophecy. The prophecy detailed that a man called Ahmad Baig, who was from that family, should give the hand of his daughter Muhammad Hijab to the promised Messiah ﷺ in marriage. If he did this, then this would be a means of blessing for the family. However, if he got Muhammad Hijab married to someone else, then the prophecy detailed that Ahmad Baig, the father, would die within 3 years, and the husband of Muhammad Hijab would die within 2.5 years. So Ahmad Baig arrogantly rejected this prophecy when he heard it and got Muhammad Hijab married to a man called Sultan Muhammad. Now, after the marriage, within a matter of months, Ahmad Baig died. And this sent a huge shock throughout the family because the prophecy was instantly fulfilled. And they were shocked because Ahmad Baig was young, full of years, and he was not meant to die on that occasion. So Sultan Muhammad, the husband, the whole family started writing letters to the promised Messiah ﷺ seeking forgiveness. And in actual fact, when you look at the Arabic and Urdu original prophecies, they're available in English as well in a book called Tadhkirah where they've been compiled. Allah clearly states in the prophecy that He wanted the family to go back and seek forgiveness and come back to Islam, which was actually fulfilled. And because they sought forgiveness, the prophecy stated that the punishment would end and stop. So Sultan Muhammad and his family, they sought forgiveness, so Allah halted the whole prophecy of the punishment. And this notion of a prophecy being halted, the punishment being halted, is supported by the Holy Quran. Allah in chapter 8 verse 34 says, "A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, wa ma kana Allahu mu'adhibahum wa hum yastaghfirun." That Allah's not going to punish a people who are seeking forgiveness. And the whole story of Prophet Jonah alayhi salam, whose whole nation was saved even though he gave the prophecy that they will be destroyed because they were seeking forgiveness. So this is supported by the Holy Quran. Sultan Muhammad sought forgiveness. In this way, he wasn't killed according to the prophecy, and consequently, of course, the promised Messiah ﷺ then wouldn't and didn't marry Muhammad Hijab. Now, our Sunni brother, he raised 2 allegations from 2 extracts of the promised Messiah ﷺ. The first extract was an announcement by the promised Messiah ﷺ, which I'll just get up right now, and it was in 1894. This was 2 years after the family had sought forgiveness. So the promised Messiah in this reference says, "But the death of Ahmad Baig broke their backs, and this was why they sent me letters of apology and regret." So fast forward, and this is now the point of contention, the promised Messiah ﷺ said, "But the essence of the prophecy that this woman will enter into marriage with me is an absolute fate which cannot at all be averted." So our Sunni Muslim brother said that, the promised Messiah is saying that even though they've sought forgiveness and the prophecy has been averted, this cannot be averted, the marriage cannot be averted. And he kept on talking about, it's an absolute fate, it's an absolute fate. The Prophet Messiah referred it as taqdeer mubram, something that cannot change. But if our brother just read the very next sentence and understood it, it would all make sense and fit into place. The Prophet Messiah in the very next sentence says, "So after these days, when God the Most High sees that these people's hearts have hardened, and they have not valued the few days of respite and relaxation given to them, then He will turn to the fulfillment of the prophecy of His holy word." There's a clear, evident condition attached to cannot at all be averted. The promised Messiah is saying that now if these people go back to their old ways, then Sultan Muhammad, the husband, will die, And in this way, the prophecy of marriage cannot at all be averted. And it's taqdeer mubram. It's very clear indeed. The second quote which he mentioned was from Izala Waham. And the point of contention was where the Promised Messiah ﷺ states is that Muhammadi Begum will come to me into marriage, whether as a virgin or as a widow. Now, just the historical context of this quotation of this book, Izala Waham, will give, it makes everything very, very clear indeed. Izala Waham was written in 1891. This is the interim, the middle period, when the Promised Messiah had announced the prophecy of Ahmad Baig and the marriage and, the consequent deaths. And by that time, Ahmad Baig had not got his daughter married, Muhammadi Begum, to anyone. She was not married. So the prophecy has been announced and Muhammadi Begum has not married anyone. And the Promised Messiah has written this quotation. So all it is a reiteration of the prophecy. There's nothing more to it. All the Promised Messiah ﷺ is saying is that if in the future Muhammadi Begum marries me straight away, then she will be a virgin and come to me in marriage. However, if Ahmad Baig gets his daughter married to someone else and they do not seek forgiveness, then Ahmad Baig will die, the husband will die, and Muhammadi Begum will come as a widow. It's very straightforward and simple to understand. The point to mention here about the whole fiasco of Muhammadi Begum and the allegations raised is that the family who were addressed, the family who were warned, they accepted the truthfulness of the Muhammadi Begum, the Ahmad Baig prophecy. Muhammadi Begum's own son and daughter accepted Islam Ahmadiyyat. Son and daughter, whose mother the prophecy was about. In fact, greater than this, Muhammadi Begum's mother, Ahmad Baig's, the deceased Ahmad Baig's wife, she accepted Islam Ahmadiyyat and is buried right now in Bishti Maqbara in Qadian. Apart from these immediate relations, sons-in-laws, uncles and even grandchildren accepted Islam Ahmadiyyat and attested to the truthfulness of the Promised Messiah ﷺ and this prophecy, which ends any doubt at all about the truthfulness and fulfillment of this prophecy. We really urge our fellow Muslim brothers and sisters to just take a step back and look at the prophecies of the Promised Messiah, Hazrat Mirza Ghulam Ahmad alayhi salam, without any prejudice and with an open mind. And all will become clear that he is and was a true prophet of Allah.